What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of First Round By Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Soss. Jose is actually still out, and we are on episode 48. So, part of the reason why we are recording this episode, it is late at night. It is actually now November 2nd. So, what happened today? Oh my gosh. We had the NFL trade deadline, and it was actually the most trades in NFL history on trade deadline day, which is absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. All right, and so what we're going to do is we're going to briefly go over a few of the big trades. So I will throw up a visual on the screen of all the trades that happened on trade deadline day. Now, this is not accounting for the trades that have already occurred, like C-Mac and I guess all the other good ones. So the biggest one so far that I saw, number one, Bradley Chubb is going to the Miami Dolphins, bolstering that defensive line. I think he's a linebacker, so he's going to be doing multiple things. And I don't know what the compensation is for. This episode's literally just talking about the trades. So, like I said, I don't have the compensation in front of me, so sorry about you. But yeah, so Bradley Chubb going to the Miami Dolphins. Unbelievable. Chase Edmonds is going to the Broncos. That's a very interesting move too, especially since the Broncos, man, they've been needing some help, especially running wise, because man, that team just needs a whole lot of help. Let's just be honest. That team needs a whole lot of help. Now, Nyheim Hines to the Buffalo Bills. That one's an interesting one. So I'm guessing that what ended up happening was they traded Zach Moss is going to the Colts. So they're basically just flip-flopping running backs, which is very weird. Not really sure what's going on with that. But I mean that Buffalo backfield was already pretty crowded, so I'm not really sure why they flipped running backs. That's very strange to me, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, now that I'm really sitting here thinking about it, that is very, very, very strange. But if I had to choose, I'd probably still choose Hines over Zach Moss, even though I think the Bills use Devin Singletary a little bit more than all the other ones, even though they have a running back by committee. And so now I guess Zach Moss is going to be backing up Jonathan Taylor over there in Indy. So that's absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. But one of the biggest ones is Chase Claypool. He is now a Chicago Bear. Now, a lot of the stuff that I've been reading, about Claypool going to the Bears, I read a bunch of social media stuff earlier before I decided to go ahead and record this episode. And a lot of people were saying that he was basically just the odd man out over there in Pittsburgh because they drafted George Pickens. They've got, I believe his name's Deontay Johnson. And then they've got another couple of wide receivers that are seeming very promising. So Chase Claypool, odd man out. And so now he is a Chicago Bear. And I'm pretty sure that other than, I believe they have Darnell Mooney over there in Chicago. And other than Mooney, it looks like Chase Claypool is probably going to end up being the top dog over there. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that he's going to end up being the top dog over there, which, man, I don't even know what to make of that. Especially since I mean, I guess it gives Justin Fields another target to throw to, but man, he's mostly a running guy right now, and he hasn't been really using his weapons a super amount. So that's a very interesting one. Now, probably the biggest trade that I've seen that was just absolutely, I had no idea what was going on with it. TJ Hawkinson, tight end for the Lions, traded within the division to the Minnesota Vikings. What the hell? What the hell? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay, so here's the big thing. Granted, I guess the Lions are just saying they started out very strong. They started out very strong, but I guess they just don't want to. They don't want to pay him. That's the only thing I could think of, because TJ Hawkinson he's probably top 5 tight ends in the league right now. Like, if not, then he is knocking on that door. But the biggest thing, the craziest thing, is they traded him within the division. Like, are you kidding me? Within the division. So that Lions team pretty much just has like Amon-Ra St. Brown now and Swift. That's it. That's it. And that is just, that's absolutely nuts to me. I really want to know what your guys' opinion on this. I'm sure that a lot of people are going to be thinking the same thing, like, what in the world? Because the Vikings now, the rich get richer. They already had Adam Thielen. They already had Justin Jefferson. Now, granted, Irv Smith, he's been injured, so you had TJ Hawkinson. I still believe, and I'm sure that Jose would agree with me on this, but I still believe that the Vikings, if they got just a little bit better of a quarterback, because you also have Dalvin Cook, just a little bit better of a quarterback than Kirk Cousins, and man, the Vikings would be just absolutely stellar. Like, I like the Vikings. The only thing I don't like about the Vikings is Kirk Cousins. I think he's a middling quarterback. I don't think that he's a very good quarterback. But man, with all those weapons that the Vikings have now, they just turned it up. They just took it up a notch, and somehow, some way, pulled from a division rival. That's the biggest thing. Like, you don't help your division get better. You trade out of your division. Out of your division. You don't. Oh my gosh, unbelievable. But now Mr. Calvin Ridley is going to the Jags. Good young wide receiver. However, he's had some off the field issues before. But man, now that's kind of a crowded wide receiver area for the Jags. It's another weapon for Trevor Lawrence, which he needs it. But that means that now you got Calvin Ridley, you've got Christian Kirk, and you got Zay Jones. I'm one of the ones in fantasy that owns Christian Kirk in one of the leagues that I'm in, and this kind of scares me, because now that means that there's just going to be another mouth to feed, and Trevor Lawrence already doesn't distribute it a whole lot. So, this could be interesting. Could be very interesting. Now, Jeff Wilson, he's going to the Miami Dolphins. So the Dolphins have been busy. They got Bradley Chubb. They got Jeff Wilson. They also, in the offseason, they traded for Tyreek Hill. So, man, the Dolphins are gearing up. They are getting geared up. Plus, Jeff Wilson, I believe that he is a speed bag. So, I'm pretty sure, I think. Like I said, I'm doing this completely off of just memory and no notes. Jacob Martin to the Broncos. William Jackson III to the Steelers, who is a corner, I believe. Rashad Fenton to the Falcons. and then Dean Marlowe to the Bills. That rounds out the top 10. But yeah, 10 trades happened on trade deadline day, which is the most in NFL history. Teams are pretty much just gearing up and loading up to make runs if they can, which I don't blame them one bit. But obviously the biggest news for a lot of people would be the Bradley Chubb to the Dolphins. The nuttiest one that I can think of. I'm still just in awe of that TJ Hawkinson. The Chase Claypool to the Bears is pretty big too, but TJ Hawkinson, man, I can't get over that. But yeah, I really just quickly wanted to come on here, talk about these trades a little bit, throw them out there, get our voices out there, represent first round bye on this crazy trade deadline day. Let me know what you guys thought. Please hop down in the comments below. Let me know because I'm super interested. For one, obviously I love talking football. Same with Jose. We both love talking football. But I want to know what your guys' thoughts on these trades are, especially with the amount of trades that have been going on. Plus, let's just think about it this way too. Probably the best playoff football that we've seen was this last season. And then this season started out pretty crazy. Last season ended pretty crazy. The Super Bowl was, it was kind of boring. But there have been so many nutty things that have gone on this year. And so, of course, to continue that trend, the most trades on NFL trade deadline day, the most trades in NFL history occur on trade deadline day. Man, it's good to be a football fan. That's what I will say. But anyway, this is going to be going up shortly. Hopefully. Cannot wait. Let me know what you guys thought. Download these episodes. We love putting them out. Once again, like I said, here soon, Jose will be rejoining me. However, we had to put something out because this is just too insane not to. If you are a content creator for the NFL, or if the NFL is part of your content creation, you just have to do this. You have to. That's all it boils down to. Anyway, I've rambled on too much and my co-host isn't even here. So, with that being said, check out firstroundbuy.com for your merch needs. We got t-shirts, pint glasses, mugs, long sleeve shirts, hoodies. We even have the brand new Ripperooskies designed by Mr. Jose himself. Shout out to him for that. It's a pretty cool design, honestly. You guys will want to pick it up. And as usual, if you guys end up getting any merch, tag us in it. Let us know. That way we can show you some love and shout you out because we definitely appreciate all the support. And like I said, I'm going to speak for him. We appreciate all the love, support, the clicks, the views, the subs, everything. We appreciate all of it. So with that being said, make sure you like this video, comment down below, let us know what you thought, subscribe, hit that subscribe button. It's free if you're watching on YouTube. If you are listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio, thank you so much for listening. Make sure you download. And with that being said, we'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.